So I recently beat the PC version of Final Fantasy XVI, and I wanted to let you know how accessible it is. First off, the game does allow you to play with either a keyboard or controller. The game will also show you prompts depending on what kind of controller you're using, whether that's an Xbox or a PS. In my opinion, it felt better with a controller. In terms of its visuals, the game looks really pretty, but a little busy at certain points. The art style they have gone for can make it really difficult to tell what's going on during cutscenes due to bad contrast and the crazy amount of effects and elements that are occurring on screen. The game does have subtitles with a choice of 3 different sizes, along with a background and indicators for who is speaking. The HUD isn't very customizable, and I found very little use for it except for the waypoint indicators and item location markers. The game has a lot of optional reading for the lore, and thankfully the game does support Windows Magnifier. However, some of the lore is handwritten and doesn't work with external OCR readers. For audio accessibility, the game has implemented a waveform that appears around the border of the screen to help deaf people indicate like music and sounds that are happening during the game. The directional audio is pretty good. However, I found that I needed to make like little adjustments to the different audio levels. Like the music was a little too high. The dialogue was a little too low. So those adjustments are easy to make. Even though the main story and the side quests are fully voiced, not all of the dialogue is, especially even the lore, and that leaves a feeling of cheapness with this title.
And you have His Majesty's
In terms of gameplay, this game's gone for more of a spectacle fighter action approach, and they've included a bunch of different difficulty settings that are pretty customizable. Outside of just a story mode, the game gives you a bunch of accessories that you can equip or unequip at any point during the game that can make different aspects of the game easier or more difficult. For example, the game gives you an auto combo accessory that will automatically string attacks. The game also gives you a sort of auto dodge accessory where the game will actually pause time for a few seconds, allowing you to dodge accurately just before you get hit. And equipping all of these accessories just makes the entire game feel a lot breezier if that's the sort of experience you're looking for. Unfortunately, this game does include a lot of QTEs, and even though they're color-coded, these QuickTime events happen during intense fight situations, and those fight situations are a little difficult to interpret. Overall, I did enjoy the game, but I feel like they could have just done a bit more to make it better. I should also say that there were some pretty big game-breaking bugs that did sour my experience quite a lot. That and the lack of full voice acting is really what held the game back from being just incredible. The gameplay and its easy to approach nature strike the perfect balance of having a game that is really accessible, especially with its gameplay. I'd say that this game is well worth checking out, especially if it's on sale.